Hey, and welcome back to Sydney Trains Vlogs. Currently at Central Station. Just a couple of little things, big things, medium-sized things, all things, updates for this video. To start with, we have set V5 to our right, which has just emerged from a bit of a refresh, a repaint, a little bit of an overhaul. Now there's a little bit of a difference similar to what V18 has, but different again. So we're gonna check that out. And then we're gonna have a little bit of an update talk about, what do you call it? About platforms 13 and 14, or 12, 13 and 14 rather. So what's happening here? Everybody's sort of been asked to leave the train on platform 9 as it's defective. And they're all headed to the front 4 cars of this train, which is V41, and then it's going to head off to Newcastle, which will reveal the front of V5, and we'll have a look at that. And then we'll get on with the update for platforms 12, 13 and 14. There's been a bit of a development there. Okay, now with V41 out of the way, we can reveal the front of V5, which has recently come out from a refresh.
Scooters or skates on the concourse or platforms is not permitted.
Now, as you can see, the New South Wales Trainlink branding is not present. And if you remember a video or 2 or 3 ago with V18, not even the intercity writing was present. So V5 has recently come out from a refresh in this variant, and that's not the only difference with the VSET, with the VSETs. So you can see over there that this VSET has the New South Wales Trainlink branding, but seeing Trainlink has folded into Sydney Trains, and the outer suburban electrics are now operated by Sydney Trains. They no longer need the Trainlink branding. So there's 2 differences here. Instead of that saying operated by Transport New South Wales Trains, it now says Sydney Trains. And here, among all this mess, is Sydney Trains branding. Now you can just see where the Trainlink branding used to be. So there are some of the differences there. Now I'll give you a look at the front of the VSET with both the intercity and the Trainlink branding here, which is just what you see just every given day. Alrighty, and before we get on to these Central Station changes or whatever it was, I will point out something else. Speaking of VSET variants, this carriage here, DIM 8040 on V27, is one of 2 VSET carriages left in service with the headlight up the top. It looks like this because some VSET carriages used to have destination boards, as you can see just under the headlight there where it says Intercity Trainlink. You can see where the destination board used to be. But anyway, let's get on to platforms 12, 13 and 14. What's happening with 12, 13 and 14 now is, and I thank you, kind sir, the one who ended up telling me what was happening and when this was happening. Platform 12 will close temporarily from the 25th of November and will reopen on the 31st of December or thereabouts. Platform 12 will reopen with platforms 13 and 14. So that is approximately when 13 and 14 will open. Subject to change, of course, but they are getting a lot of this work done, as you probably saw a video or 2 back, or more. The update that I gave showing what was happening at the end of the platform here with all the works, the realigning of the tracks and everything like that. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of work happening. So very soon, this temporary bit of the platform, yes, coffee, will be brought back in line here, and the tracks will be repositioned. So see if we can have a peek through this fence here, because I didn't do that before because there was a few workers there, didn't want to get in their way. So very exciting times indeed. So yeah, that was a bit of an everything video. I don't know, that's sort of a petri dish of things. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to point out. I wanted to point out this thing about V5 and give the information about 12, 13 and 14. So that's pretty exciting news. It'll be good to finally see it open, and when it does open I will do a full walkthrough, both the new platforms and things like that, and yeah, so it's pretty exciting stuff. So apparently it says the next train doesn't stop. That could be awkward. So before I wrap up the video, we'll have a look at which carriages have the Sydney Trains branding. I mean, it should just be the front and back car, but we'll have a look anyway. It's 9155. So DIM 8068 was the car we just saw before, so the other end should be 8051, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 8068, 9155, 9150, 8051. I can stuff up making a cup of coffee, but I can remember VSET consists. We'll see if we can get a better look at the Sydney Trains branding without all that sort of mess splattered all over the side. Alrighty, so there's DIM 8051 compared to the one next to it. Big difference in cleanliness. That mess up the top of V27 there is just from the carbon, from the overhead and from the pantograph. Alright, so we're going to jump into lifts here, because you can usually see out the back of the lift over the track bed of platforms 13 and 14. Notice these lifts have been taking a little while. That one's out of order. That's alright, with a bit of luck we might be able to grab this lift soon. There we go. Few minutes later. So there we go. There's the track bed of 13 to the right and 14 to the left. So they're going to lay the tracks the rest of the way around and connect it to Sydney Yard, and also put in the overhead wiring and test the tracks. So if it is closing at on the 25th of this month and opening at the end of December, that gives them over a month to do that, which is obviously very much doable. And yeah, down in the central walk, when 13 and 14 do open, you got the lift up here to 14 and the escalators there and over here. Literally had to get off that lift one floor down, because it's just, you know, the doors just stay open forever, even if the buttons are hit and the people are in and you know, all that stuff. So yeah, lifts should run off a timetable. I'm kidding. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.